Hi Beth. So I definitely think that this is a fourth finger extension exercise, and this etude, it warms up your fingers beautifully from number 1 to 6, but then after that you're either working on fourth finger extensions or you're playing lots of accidental notes in preparation for that big chromatic run towards the end. And so I want to jump straight into number 7, but before I do, I just want to point out what you're doing in number 5. So you're doing this string crossing technique. And it's very nice, but I think for this occasion it's better to stay on the D string and use your fourth finger. In fact, if I remember correctly in your video, I think that you did exactly that. You didn't cross over to the E string, you just stayed on the A string. And yeah, so I think that's very important because, the first 6 sections are there to set your frame up, to really establish this 1 to 4 finger relationship, this perfect 4 interval. And it's just, I think that's going to help you feel more stable when you go to do the extensions. And so now I'm going to move over to number 7, but I want to just let you know that I will be doing it with détaché bow strokes because I actually haven't worked on this etude before. And so I want to remove a difficult aspect in this because I feel like I'm going to be very concerned with my bowing distributions if I try to slur it now. So I will do détaché bow strokes, and maybe if I work on this and keep this as my warm-up, then maybe I'll post an update and see where it takes me. So for this section, D, oh, also, if this is your first time doing finger extensions on the violin, I just want to show you that, when you're doing finger extensions, you stay on the position that you're on. So in first position, your thumb doesn't move around, it's just staying in place. And what you want to do is to ask yourself what the preceding note is, because that will be your anchor. In this case, that's the D, third finger on the D, and then stretch as far as you can, opening up from the base knuckle. There's going to be a little bit of a bend on the wrist, but as long as you snap back into neutral position like this, it should be fine. It will really depend on how far you can reach with that pinky and how long your pinky is to begin with. So just keep an eye on your form, because it's going to feel like you're contorting your hand in such strange positions. So be careful and always be safe when you're playing. Make sure that your hand is fully warmed up before you do any extensions. So again, with 7, so you see, and then snap back in place. Very hard for me to reach that B natural. Moving on to number 8. And then I will skip number 9 to 11 because I feel like you're doing such a good job with your chromatics, and you know, with number 12, it's infusing a little bit of that already. So there's accidental notes as well as a fourth finger extension, this time on the B flat, so you don't have to go very far. I think with this section, number 12, the concern or the focus should be tuning those accidental notes, because that can be difficult. So here, starting with D, not too bad. And then this section here, number 13, is probably the hardest section. And I think it's to do with a combination of the fingers. So from F sharp, you're reaching to the B, and then you're going to go with a third finger on G, and then go back again on the B. So that feels like a lot of strain around this part of the hand. So just be very careful on this, the hardest section of this etude, I think. Oh, sorry, I'm playing the wrong notes. Yeah, I think my hand is cramping up a little bit right now, so relax and open from the base knuckle is what I'm trying to say to myself. So lots of time getting the notes in tune for that section there, and making sure that your hand frame is nice and relaxed, because if you have tension around your hand as well, that will make your hand more constricted. So try to open up the hand. And then the next section, 14, is not so bad. Wrong note there. But you can see it's not too bad compared to number 13. And then last one. And yeah, so again, if I were to work on this, I would really make sure that my left hand is used to this stretch first before I do the slurs. And maybe I can try that now, because the number 7 is not too difficult, so I'll try to do the slur. Okay, so that's as far as I can go. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy practicing the rest of this.